I wanted to make a quick intro for my Kingdom Hearts 3 top 5 worlds. There are 2 videos of this in the description below, and there are a few rules that I have for these videos. Rule number 1, these worlds will have not appeared in any Kingdom Hearts game previously, that of console or handheld, so if they've been in a previous game, you will not see it on this list. Rule number 2, this is more of a personal taste for me. These movies will fit into Kingdom Hearts in a way that I feel like goes with the rest of the Kingdom Hearts universe. So that's more of my opinion, but watch the video and take a look at the other 2 after you've done so. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Titan here, bringing you my top 5 worlds for Kingdom Hearts 3 from post-Kingdom Hearts 2 Disney movies. At number 5, I have The Princess and the Frog, and I think The Princess and the Frog fits well into the Kingdom Hearts universe because with the Voodoo Witch Doctor as the main villain, he's got his shadow people, his shadow men, his friends on the other side, which line up with the Heartless pretty well, as the Heartless are basically shadow monsters that attack out of the shadow and are born from the darkness of people's hearts. So the shadow people kind of are the same thing as Heartless, in that he could somehow be able to control them, as most of the villains do in the Kingdom Hearts universe. And you could have Sora in a few different ways. You can either have him just as himself and finding the princess and the frog in the woods in their frog form, or you can have him be a frog, kind of like how the Lion King did it, and he fights as a frog. I don't know exactly how it would work, but there's a few different things you can do along with that. And then you could have the Voodoo Witch Doctor in the end, turn into a boss Heartless, and I think the story for it will work very well with the princess and the prince trying to get back to New Orleans, which, I mean, you basically have a New Orleans world, I suppose, kind of like how Peter Pan Neverland had the England, I guess, part of the world where they went to Big Ben. So I think it'd work out pretty well, and that is why Princess of the Frog is my number 5. And at number 4, I have a movie that most people probably don't want to see in Kingdom Hearts, and I have Frozen. Now, I think Frozen would work very well in Kingdom Hearts 3 and in the Kingdom Hearts universe, and I think people just don't want to see it because they're sick of Frozen, but it's more than likely going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it fits very well with the universe, and there's many different ways you can go about doing Frozen in it. You could possibly start off with Sora running into Elsa on her way up the mountain and her casting him aside and be like, I gotta do this on my own. Just let it go, Sora, let it go. And then him bumping into Anna and be like, yeah, we saw Elsa. She was heading up the mountain or something, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, come with us. You gotta help us. And it's like, all right, I'm the hero. Here I go. I'm going to help you. And then, really, the final boss, I mean, the final boss would work very well. I mean, he is super good in that sort of way. Just the evilness that is in that really would fit with Kingdom Hearts, because all the bad guys in Kingdom Hearts just exude evil, and he really exudes evil in a very good way. And I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen the movie, because it's saying anything about that would spoil it. But the bad guy would just really just kill it, I think, for this, because it'd be like the movie, you just don't really see it coming. But I think with either side character in your party of Anna or Elsa, or even Kristoff for that matter, would work well, fighting Heartless and whatnot. And it'd kind of work like with the mountain and the snow. It'd be like the Mulan level being in the snow. Sort of like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be overly complicated, and I think it would work really well. So that is why it is number 4. And at number 3, I have a movie that I really, really enjoyed, and I think it will work fantastic in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that is Big Hero 6. Now, you could do Big Hero 6 with basically just Hero in his superhero form, I guess, with Baymax. You don't even need the whole team, but like for the final boss fight or something, they show up and are like, "We're here to help." And I think you can go sort of along with either you could go with the movie or you could even with Kingdom Hearts just have it take place after the movie and they're already, in superhero mode and they're doing whatever. And they could easily go into the comics if they really wanted to and take some sort of story from the comics and post it on there just so it seems fresh and they're not just using the movie. And I do though like it when the Kingdom Hearts worlds do follow the movies in a much closer way than some of them actually do. Like Alice in Wonderland basically follows the movie in the first Kingdom Hearts game, and something like the first in Kingdom Hearts 1 with The Nightmare Before Christmas, it basically is its own story and has nothing to do with the movie. I prefer it going along with the movie more. And I think either way you do it, I mean, Big Hero 6 will work very well. You're fighting Heartless, you got Baymax or Hero. Probably Baymax, actually, as your party member with his armor and he's beating people up and whatnot. I think he'd work better as a party member than Hero would. But whatever they do with it, Big Hero 6 San Francisco would just be a really great world. And that it is why it is my number 3. At number 2, I have Tangled. Now, I really love this movie. I really enjoy this movie. And I'd love to watch it again and again and again. And I think it would really work well in Kingdom Hearts with Rapunzel as your party character that you could have in your party, and she using her hair attacks as a weapon. And then you have a good story with her and Finn trying to get to the castle to see the lanterns for her birthday. And then you could have basically have her mother be the final boss with just a great combining with Heartless again, controlling the Heartless and doing that sort of thing. And the Heartless, it makes sense. It'd basically be almost all forest, and then you'd run into the people that they run into, have fights with the bandits. The horse would show up at some point and do something along with the story, I'm sure. But I think Tangled would work very well. It probably works near the best of any princess movie that they had post Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think that Rapunzel would be a very capable character even on her own, even if they wouldn't have Finn in it. I know that would seem weird, but I know that might make a little bit more sense, that Sora would kind of take over Finn's role in it somehow. But I think either way, Tangled would work very well, and that is why it is my number 2. And at number 1, I have Wreck-It Ralph. Now, I don't know how you could possibly find any movie that could be as good of a fit with Kingdom Hearts 3. You have a movie that's about characters in a video game jumping from world to world. It kind of sounds a lot like Kingdom Hearts in and of its own. And I think, but most of the world in Kingdom Hearts 3, I think, would be spent in Sugar Rush. I really don't think you would maybe jump from world to world, other than maybe going to the Fix-It Felix video game at some point. Maybe going to the Call of Duty game. I forget exactly what it was called. Call of Honor. I forget what it was called. But jumping from world to world within the video game, they wouldn't be able to probably have any of the actual video game characters like Zangief or Pac-Man or any of those characters within the game, unless, they were like, hey, we're going to do this. And they're like, all right. But I think most of it would be spent in Sugar Rush, and you'd have Ralph, of course, as your party member, and you'd have Vanellope, and again, another great ending boss fight like Ralph had at the end of the movie, and just the Heartless would work. They'd be Candy Heartless. Candy Heartless just sounds like something that would just look really interesting, and how they could possibly do that. Just different kinds of Heartless just based on candies, like a gumdrop Heartless or a candy cane Heartless or something of that sense. And it would just be a very beautiful world as well. Just a lot of colors, just like Sugar Rush is. And you could even have a kart racing mini game, sort of like how Birth by Sleep had the race mini game at the Disney Castle World. And you could do something of that sort. And honestly, if you really wanted to, and I would find it interesting to have a Kingdom Hearts world that would just be like you're racing the entire thing. I don't know what movie it would be that you could connect that with, but a racing like world and it's just all racing, and then you're like fighting while you're going, kind of like how Tron did it in Kingdom Hearts 2, where you were fighting on the light cycles. But I think Wreck It Ralph, no matter what you would do with that, it would work perfectly. And I think all the characters are great. It would all the characters are great, fit perfectly into that universe. And that is why it is my number one. And if you like this video, I know I said it earlier as well, check out the other two. They'll be in the description below. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.